some trust issues. And I need to figure out how can I not just overcome these issues, but not let them become me. What's going on, everyone? I am your host, Touche. And today we are back with another episode of Date Theory. Today's episode is going to primarily focus on women who have trust issues going into dating. I know this is a hot topic. Every woman's going to say, yes, this is me. I feel this. I've been here. And I know that I have those issues. But I want to find love. I want to find my one. But every time I go out with a man, I bring those baggages with me. I ain't drop them home. I just brought them on the next plane. And you got all that extra baggage with you, and you're afraid to go out there and be vulnerable. Now, the question is, what do we do to fix that? Is it something that you can fix? And, of course, how? Now, before I get into today's episode and all this wealth of information that I hope shapes your perspective, please like I hope you like my shirt. Comment, because I would love to hear what y'all have to say, and subscribe to this brand new channel focused on dating for women for you. Now, being in sales for as long as I have been, you learn a lot of different methods, right? Because this is what this show is about, date theory, where we theorize what the happened to dating, right? We figure it out. We're like, yo, what issues you got? I got the same ones. Can we best that? I have to deal with clients just like I deal with ladies, because you have to. You got to understand clients just the way you understand women. And I realized that my clients and my ladies were going through the same things. They had to trust me first. My approach was always staying genuine. That's what I believe is going to help build that comfortability with that new person. Now, I want my clients to trust me. I want their money. But more than their money, I want their partnership. I want their trust. I want you to look at me like I look at me. Now, when it comes to dating, ladies, I know it's hard, that T word, because it requires a lot of self-reflection, a lot of perseverance. Yeah, we all gonna get shit in this world, right? We all gonna go through some stuff, but it's about how we persevere. It's about how we overcome, how we evolve. And that's what experiences are, the negative ones. It's all about overcoming, evolving. We evolve, people. That's okay. In order to really build their trust, we don't want you to be a salesperson. We want you to be someone who gives advice, who's like a friend. A trusted advisor is what we really called it, right? You want to become a trusted advisor. All the best salespeople in the world don't want to be salespeople to their prospective clients. They want to be trusted advisors. Now, ladies, you got to go ahead and find your trusted advisor, right? You got to go ahead and figure out, how am I going to do this? How am I going to bring all these issues into my next prospective relationship? What am I going to do to really find the right one? I can't date like this. I'm on all these apps. And regardless of where you ladies are dating, I know as a man, my idea of the first two things I want to give any woman that I am interested in is two things that this world doesn't give her, and that's comfort and security. Now, ladies, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, and I don't really want you to tell anybody, so keep it between you and me. I'm gonna give you 10 things that I want you to consider when approaching dating, and you feel like, I got some trust issues, and I need to figure out how can I not just overcome these issues, but not let them become me. And one thing I really want you to get from my channel or any content that I put out is perspective, but healthy perspective. Something that you may not have considered. Now, when you're stepping into this dating world and you're like, hey, I need to really change up the game. I need to change my approach. And it really starts with me. Number one, first thing that you have to really not just consider, but implement into this new version of you, this healthier version of you, this better version of you, is open communication. Communication is everything. It's everything. It requires more than just speaking or texting, emailing. It requires someone to be themselves. And to be yourself, you must learn to be vulnerable. And to be vulnerable, you must be able to conquer those insecurities. We're all out here trying to put on these faces that aren't us instead of just being ourselves. I'm not going to show you that person that I think you want to see. I'm going to show you me. When you start with that foundation, men are going to think, wow, this chick is really honest. The right man won't scare off. It's okay to scare off a few people. You don't want everyone to like you because the right one is going to like you. Number 2, one thing that we don't do enough as people is listen actively. Not listening, not just listening, not hearing, not passive listening. We're talking about active listening. I want you to actually listen to what that other person is saying. Now, this is going to be really important and a great gem for you ladies to really understand the minds of men. Is when you learn how to actively listen, men are simple. 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you their faults or tell you how they really feel in what they say, and they don't even realize it. If you just got to pay attention. Number 3, I want you to be able to build trust gradually. And how do you do that in dating, right? When we think trust, we think of, oh, it has to be this big thing where I can trust you with the biggest secret of my life, or maybe something that's huge to you, right? We don't think about the small hurdles of trust that you may need to gain for me. Now, I want you to think about, how can I systematically create something for me that works, like little markers in my life that say, all right, when this person exhibits this, you've built my trust in that way. And when you start creating that foundation for you, you're going to have a higher chance of having a healthy connection with another person. Number 4, setting boundaries. When you set boundaries, ladies, and you're firm on them, he is going to respect you more. You may not say it then and there because not everyone is good at communicating their emotions or being aware of how they actually feel, but he will respect you more. That's a part of being you, right? Is understanding your boundaries first and then being able to set them and being firm on them. I don't want you to get away from the fact that you need to be firm and check people when they cross those boundaries. That's important in dating. 5 is something that I even had to learn at some point. Validate your emotions. Understand that your emotions are valid, whatever they may be, right? When you find yourself as someone who does have trust issues, it may be really hard for you to say, you know what, maybe it's just me. It's not them, because it's something about me, right? Because you're going through this evaluation stage when you're trying to date again and you know you have trust issues. But I want you to understand that when you set those foundations and they're healthy, right, that it's okay to validate your feelings, to feel like, no, I should feel like this, because sometimes people have different agendas. They have maybe different intentions. They don't share it all the time. Number 6, look for consistency. Consistency is everything. It's reciprocation. It is that idea, that feeling of you like me just as much as I like you. Oh my God. Like, oh, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to feel that consistency? That consistency's cousin, or actually twin, is effort, right? Look for the way that they communicate with you. Look for all the things they don't have to do, right? Because we don't have to do anything when we're dating. It's all cordial. It's all as a courtesy. It's all, I'm trying to do this for this. It's not like we have to. We don't have to do the things that we're doing. We want to. Look for it. It is a clue in understanding him. And trust me, I use this all the time with my clients. I know exactly what they want. I know how much they're willing to spend based on what they continuously talk about. Number 7, trust your instincts. You've done all the work already. Everything we've discussed in this video requires self-exploration. So know that you've done the work to trust yourself. Trust your emotions. Trust your instincts. That's what lets you know that you're alive. It's instinctual. When you want someone and you can't help it, you can't explain that shit, it's because it's your instincts, it's your body, it's your connection to your greater self, whatever that can be for you. It's what connects us to the universe, to your God, to your maker, to whatever you feel is bigger than you. So if you feel like it's not right for you, and you know that it's not predicated off of fears, scars, and you've evaluated yourself, you've done all the work, then walk away. Walk away. It's so easy to walk away. You know why? There is like 9 billion people here. Don't fall in love with proximity. Trust me, there's more. Number 8, mutual understanding. And this requires you to really understand maybe what they want during this dating journey, right? You get through some time with this person that you've been pursuing and talking to. You've done all the steps already, and you want to understand, like, we built this rapport with each other. So let's mutually understand what we want and see if this is really for us. I would set, possibly early on in any relationship, is that I want you to have a clear expectation of who I am and what I can offer. Number 9, I think that this is something that I feel many women, I think you instinctually do, is that you prioritize your emotional safety. This goes about with, being vulnerable, but this is more on a personal level, right? Because you think back to going on a first date with someone that you're meeting off an app, and you've just been talking this whole time. You're gonna meet them. You may not want to divulge too much information about you personally until you feel comfortable, and a lot of that can be conquered during like the initial meeting. So make sure that you are cautious. A little bit of healthy skepticism is fine. You make sure that you take those precautions. Lastly, I think this is very important. Remember to be patient with yourself. You know that you have trust issues. You know how you feel. You know your own hurdles. You know the things that you have conquered. Just be patient with yourself. That person, I promise you, is going to be there for you. And it's always at a time that you just don't expect. They come at the most random time, and you can look back at some point and say, man, I am glad we met. That'll happen. That person that is for you, they're coming. So be patient with yourself. Be patient with the journey. And most importantly, and I do mean most importantly, when you need someone to talk to, when you need something to listen to, subscribe. But I really hope that this information is coming off to you in a productive way, and you can take it in your daily life, but hopefully in your dating life, and it does get better for you. If you would like to be indulged, excited, entertained for more information and all theories of dating, subscribe to my channel, like, and again, comment and talk to me, because I would love to talk to you. I am Mr. Let Me Talk to You, Touche, signing out. See y'all next week.